What's up, everyone? It's Teddy, aka JamesKisau on MTGO, coming back for another exciting donation bonus league. This list comes from Patreon subscriber RobinCat2, and they just sent me this list, and we're going to run through it. They asked for some feedback about it, and I'd rather just play this list because it looks like so much fun. I don't want to cast aspersions on cards never seen before in Grixis control like Aether Vial, and up until recently, sort of Fire and Ice. I know I put out a video that I recorded a while ago when I was on vacation from the Wheel of Random, which had just a handful of kind of random cards like Sword of Fire and Ice and Power Matrix and stuff. And the wheel landed on Sword of Fire and Ice, and here it is again. And also some other cards like Tishana's Tidebinder. It's nice to have trigger hate, especially when this is more like a static hate piece afterwards. I know people ask about Tishana's Tidebinder versus Nimble Obstructionist a lot. I prefer Nimble Obstructionist because it's a lot more difficult to interact with, and also the 2-for-1 off the cycling seems more relevant than the 3-2 beater a lot of the time. And also, if you need Nimble Obstructionist to be a beater, it can also still do that, and it has flying, whereas Tishana's Tidebinder does not. However, I think this video could hopefully illustrate some useful differences between the two. Now, something's a little odd about this list is that there are no lightning bolts, which is strange when you're playing two Snapcaster mages, but it's also going to be fun to see how the deck feels without lightning bolt, because I feel like pretty much every video on this channel has had lightning bolt. Or every Grixis control video, of course. There might have been a donation bonus league from a while back that also didn't have lightning bolt, but I can't entirely remember. Over in the sideboard, things look pretty normal here, except for Lazav, Wearer of Faces. It's a blue and a black for a legendary Shapeshifter Detective, and whenever it attacks, you exile target card from a graveyard, and then you investigate, which is very good. It's like Tameo investigating on attack. Although you do need a card from a graveyard to exile, so if the graveyards are empty, you will not investigate. It's not up to one target card. And whenever you sacrifice a clue, Lazav becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with it. So you could like sniper reanimation target and then crack a clue and get an Atraxa. Sounds pretty cool, right? I'm excited to try it out. I think that's about it. If you'd like me to play your list, check out the Patreon at the second tier. $5 a month, you'll get a donation bonus league, you'll get a league of extra content every week, and then also DM coaching opens up at that tier as well. Any like non-real-time coaching, essentially. You can come at the $5 tier. All right, I'm super excited to play, so let's jump in there. All right, let's get going on this little donation bonus league. You know, there is some comfort about having our single 1-mana removal spell in the opening hand here. Should certainly come in handy against a Delver of Secrets deck. This is a good matchup to run into first because I think it might really illustrate how nice it is to have Lightning Bolt. Okay, another land. It's almost tempting to expose yourself to Wasteland in this situation. However, the rest of our hand is pretty expensive, so I think we'll just... Well, we don't have a 2-drop. So I guess I just played around Opposition Agent. Why not, huh? Delver trigger flips to a Ponder. And they're going to cast it right away. Makes sense. And they don't shuffle. And they have a land. They're going to activate Scalding Tarn and cast another Ponder. Hopefully this one will shuffle. It does. Excellent. I assume they must be looking for another threat, or maybe even Force of Will, if I look like a combo deck of some kind. Boy, will they be surprised when I cast Fatal Push. Hey, Kolaghan's Command, that's another good one. We're ready for the next flipped Delver. But a DRC might be kind of hard to beat. That being said, we can't really justify taking more damage. Let's go ahead and do this before they untap. Just starting to wonder where Tishana's Tidebinder, excuse me, work into this equation. I'm sure we'll find something to do with it. Could stop a wasteland, for example. It is a little different than Nimble Obstructionist, though, because it will be dazeable. Got a 5/5 Murktide? Yeah. Okay. I mean, that is a problem. Not going to pretend like it isn't. Bowmaster's not adept at fighting in the air. So, assuming they have absolutely nothing, next turn I could waterlog Teachings for Sheoldred's Edict. Or if they brainstorm into my Bowmasters and then ponder after that, then I could beat Murktide with this Bowmasters. It's possible. Okay, they're activating Flooded Strand for more red mana, and they have a DRC. I bet I can poach this with Bowmasters. Oh wow, they are threat dense. Okay. Not sure what their last card is, but even if it is Daze, they'd have to flip 2 unique types, which does not seem incredibly likely. And I just need to spend my mana here. And their last card is like somewhat likely to be Daze, I think, so I'm not going to go for the Kolaghan's Command. But we got to keep an eye on this. Also, for our Edict plan to work, I'll need to get the board clear of all these, which might not be easy. It might have been better to try and ambush, but like I said, crap. Like I said, I can't really afford to get dazed here. Everything needs to work from here on out. Okay. First you. Huh? Oh, they have Dismember? Okay. If they flip 2 unique types here. Okay, we're good. Close one. I would think they'd want to brainstorm from here, though. Okay, they are playing Rug, which makes sense. It's usually pretty free to include a third color. And I guess I'm playing Badlands next turn, so... What? I can Surveil. Brazen Borrower would be nice. Brainstorm, yeah, I'll take that. Now that we know it's not Daze. Strix would also be a fantastic check here. So let's try and make something happen. Jace. Well, if we have the blue sources, we can bounce Murktide Regent. These 2 Ponders are a bit deadweight, though. They're definitely going to wasteland me, so... Just gotta hope they wasteland my Badlands. How can I convince them to do that? The other thing I maybe should do instead is make a blue land drop, but there's no guarantee I'll get another one of those either. That would have to be waterlogged Teachings, basically. So, but then I'm not taking care of one of the small ones, and if Delver flips, like, pretty much done to bolt. It's not a good spot. It's what we got, though. Okay. Yeah. Could also pick up Bowmasters again, but I just don't have enough time. Murktide Regent's going to take me out. I don't have time to like get Bowmasters back to clear the board, and then waterlog Teachings for Sheoldred's Edict. All right. I think it'll have to be. I think now Ponder has to save us. I think that is that's our option right now. So, Tidebinder, Binder, and Teachings go. And then I will Island Cycle on my upkeep. All right. Here we go. No flip. So, if it's Mishra's Bauble, that sucks. But if it's any other card, I think we're good. Probably either a land or a creature. You discard. I guess deal 2 to Delver. I guess in the case that is unique type, though, should I just let them have it? But if it's a creature, I can't keep up with it. They need to discard it. God. A lot of different things colliding here. It's gotta be Delver. It's gotta be, because I can still possibly block that with the army token next turn. Oh my god. It was frickin' Bobble. Alright, well I can't do anything with 1 life, I don't think. Whatever. I can't believe it was Mishra's Bobble. Yeah, I don't even have my blue source anymore. That's so funny. Fuck me. It was Mishra's Bobble. Mishra's Bobble all along. So we need Strix into nothing because we don't have Bolt. Sword of Fire, nice. Okay. There's no harm in pondering. Yeah. Okay. Exciting. So, good news is that post side we do have some 1-mana removal spells. Bad news is that they'll only be able to answer the blue threats because they are all red blasts, but we'll take them. Ghost Vacuum seems good enough. Take a Thoughtseize. I guess that's it. Trim Jace to combat Red Blast. Tidebinder. Blood Moon. Blood Moon's not great because they have red threats. Sometimes even more red threats post side. They might have like Maddening X or something like that. I think in the absence of Lightning Bolt, we just need all 4 Force of Wills. But we can cut Tameo. And then I don't think we need Aether Vial for this matchup because we need to contain their board. We don't need to cheat on mana. Just need to react to what they're doing and hopefully present better card advantage engines. Which shouldn't be that hard. But we're definitely at a disadvantage with 1 Fatal Push. Alright, let's go. Doesn't get much better than this, I don't think. We even have the basic swamp. We're not paying life for any of our lands. Might want to see if they wasteland Badlands first. But we do want to get ahead of days, so lead on the swamp here. Bobble. Okay. They're looking at their own top card, which means they're going to use a fetch land. Yep. They have another Bobble. They're looking at my top card. I hope it's not a land. Brainstorm. Okay. Now, you would be feeling pretty good if you just looked at this from far away. 4 cards left. But they're going to draw 2 on my upkeep, so... And then on their draw step, they'll just be back at 7, so we didn't really accomplish too much. But that Brainstorm didn't really accomplish anything, because they put 2 cards back and then just drew them again, so... They kind of just did nothing, if you think about it that way. We'll take it. Well, that's not true. They put an instant in their graveyard for Murktide considerations, so it's not nothing. And Bowmasters being valuable removal spells, I don't think we can afford to fire one in the blind here. Okay. Yeah, we'll protect both red and blue by not playing out Volcanic Island yet. Might see Seek the Beast here. No. Okay. It's kind of a relief. No Wasteland yet either. No nothing yet. That is a little astonishing. Okay, nice. I'm not going to sit around and wait for a Brainstorm when I can just start getting a bigger foothold in the mana game. Or maybe I'll want to Surveil if they drop a threat and are able to protect it as well. Yeah, they seem pretty flooded. I don't know. We only have so much mana. Let's just cast these Bowmasters. Yep. Not walking into days. Ping you. What's next? More Bowmasters. I mean, this is not a bad way to lose a game, honestly. It's a pretty good way to win a game, actually. Tons of value creatures. Yep. That's a good exchange for us. Petty theft. Yeah, we don't mind that so much. There's DRC. There's Delver. I wonder if I can snipe that DRC right now. It's worth a shot. Okay, cool. How about the Delver? Hey, alright. I'll take it. I'll surveil now. If we can hit a good card right now, I feel like we'll be in the clear. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Plays around days, too, in a funny way. Boom, boom, boom. If you don't counter this, I don't know what you counter. Sure. I'll take it. One card left over there. I think this game is mostly wrapped up. Took them a really long time to deploy threats, and then I just dispatched them all. Okay, Mountain's not a horrible draw. Now I can Kolaghan's Command, back my Bowmasters, and cast it. Because I think they'll probably play Brazen Borrower here. They also might hardcast a Force. But yeah, they can't do that if they play Brazen Borrower, obviously. Sweet. Alright. Get back, Bowmasters, you discard. Okay. I'm at 19. Brazen Borrower can't block. Edict's not doing anything else while Brazen Borrower's on the field. I'm not sure what they drew. Cling to Dust, another fantastic card. Hit for 4. I don't have a bolt, but I'm in for the Cling. Force of Will. My graveyard's weirdly empty. I can't escape Cling to Dust. Okay, that was near a goldfish for us. That was the minimal amount of resistance. I don't think anything really changes play draw. One Thoughtseize is fine on the draw. Price of Progress is interesting, but too often it just will not be what you really want it to be. It might draw the game, but we can do better than that. Oh. We're gonna mulligan. It's just gonna be way too hard to do anything. Yeah, that's better. Keep and bottom Brainstorm. I don't want to trust Brainstorm to find me a land. Okay, that has to get Bowmastered. It's a fine draw. I don't want to expose it though. And we don't usually need to Red Blast until they get in Murktide range, so... Okay, cool. Looking good over here. We'll just make these land drops nice and steady. And yeah, like I said, we're not going to need to really do stuff with Pyroblast until later. They're not even shooting for Delirium. That's very interesting. It makes me think they probably have days. Then again, like, maybe if they dazed Red Blast, that wouldn't be horrible. Like, I could ponder and look for that red source. After my draw step, there will be a Bowmasters on top of my deck. I don't know. Let's see if they do anything. No? Huh. Alright, well. Don't aggravate the player. I really thought there would be a better opportunity to cast these before now, but here we are, so... Alright, we knew that was going to happen. They also just been to DRC, that's pretty strange. Try it again. They'll force that. Pitching Force, okay, sure. Cast Ponder. Kolaghan's Command. There's no guarantee that'll work. There's also red mana right there, though. Man, this is so hard. I think we have to try. We don't have to draw that Force, because we'll shuffle. We also walk into days that way. We just have absolutely nothing if it doesn't work, though. I mean, if we shuffle and we get the wrong card, say. Okay. Alright. Please don't get delirium. In combat. Uh-oh. I'll take this. Maybe this doesn't even make sense. Like, should I just red blast this? Then we're back to dealing with this 1/1. It's probably more important, right? Okay. Please don't wasteland me. But I mean, it would make sense if they were sandbagging. Yep. I mean, it makes perfect sense. It really does. But here we are. And there's delirium. Things really do fall apart quickly around here. Did I just make the wrong choice? What if their last card is days? I feel like they might have pitched that before force, though. Yeah. I feel like I screwed up. I mean, we still have a lot of good draws. Haven't seen Strix this whole match. Cling to Dust would certainly buy some time. Red Source is not the worst thing I've ever seen. We're getting Surgical. There's a stop on my draw step. No, okay. So I guess the plan now is next turn I'll like K-Command, Shock, Raise Dead Bowmasters, and then finish off DRC with Bowmaster. Trigger? Is that where we're at? Seems like yeah, unless I draw something better. 2 cards left over there. Brazen Borrower. I think I like that a lot more, to be honest. Just ambush it. Oh boy. 1 card left over there. I feel like maybe I can make an educated guess here. Counterbalance Lightning Bolt. What's in your hand? Pyroblast, nothing. And they got a good Surveil. Oh wait, duh, this doesn't work. Well, I don't want to take damage, so bounce your DRC. That was dumb of me. Now we gotta contend with Counterbalance. Not my favorite thing to do. But at least we don't have to deal with Counterbalance Dragon's Rage Channeler. That's the absolute worst. Another cool thing is that testing with Brazen Borrower is pretty nice. I think we have a pretty good shot at Pyroblasting this Counterbalance. We could also just always, you know, top deck something good. Strix. It's so likely that they put a 2 on top. This is the problem. They're not going to reveal it. Alright. It's going to get weird. Yep. It's going to get weird. So we got to check there. I mean, if Bowmasters isn't going to take anything out, we might as well have confirm whether or not there's a 2 on top. Okay, confirm no 2 on top. And they keep it there. Okay, so there is a 1 on top. I think we can deduce that much. I hope it's not a 1-drop that beats Brazen Borrower. Force of Will. Play Strix. Strix into blue card. Hey, alright. Could be worse. This DRC will be flying into Brazen Borrower in no time. High 5. Delver. That's a problem. That is a problem. Although if they want to flip it, they will have to give up counterbalance information. If it doesn't flip, it's probably not a 1-drop. Maybe I was supposed to force that? I don't know. Mountain. Not thrilled about the draw. Let's see what we can get away with here. Nightmare scenario is that they don't reveal, but it's a Delver or a DRC, because then I'll have to contend with another threat, and my Pyroblast will be countered. Okay, they have Price of Progress. I'm almost done for. But that is a 2 on top, so I wish I could go after Counterbalance. I really do wish I could, but that is just not possible. I wish I could also take more advantage of there being a 2 on, or not a 1 on top, basically. Yep, there's Price of Progress. I don't know if they're going to fire that right now. Nope. It would have been a good chance to hardcast that force. Nimble Obstructionist. Well, I mean, that can beat in the air. Can also counter a counterbalance trigger if I really needed something to resolve. Ponder. So if they get like a bolt and also set up a Force of Will on top, that would be just insane. They don't shuffle. Okay, they're gonna ponder again. Still that Price of Progress in hand. Hopefully they shuffle this time though. Yep. Well, that's good. Cast this. Do I just let this happen? Going to 2 is definitely risky, but like, I don't want to force it. It's not lethal. They take a big old chunk too. Oh, they choose not to reveal? So what does that mean? They have no 3s in the deck? Edict. Not bad. Unless there's a 2 on top. It's not going to get any better. Go for it. Land. Nice. Alright. Smash for 4. I wonder. Should I ponder? Yeah. That's tricky. If their last card's like a bolt, I'm shuffling and trying to hit. Yeah, if their last card does not matter, if it's not good, this Sword of Fire and Ice is heckin' lethal, but so is Bowmasters, and that plays around days. Alright, bet. Oh, I just realized I should do this before the top card of their library changes. Hell yeah. Close and scary. Didn't know we could still do this matchup without Bolt, but here we are. Alright, I just had to get some rest after that last one. Opponent keeping 7, I will mulligan this no-lander. Sure, I'll keep. I don't know how good this Blood Moon is going to be. Can we assume it's going to be okay? Or should I just bottom Snapcaster, or just bottom that? It's between that or Snapcaster Mage. Let's see what main board Blood Moon is all about, huh? Alright. Scalding Tarn go. Hard to say what this is. Got a Sword of Fire and Ice. Let's ponder first. Yeah. Nah, this is not a very inspiring pile of cards. There's a Volcanic Island. So unfortunately they are at least a red deck. They could be playing Show and Tell, which makes me want to look for some interaction here. Shieldred's Edict is not really good enough, I don't think. But I guess I'll take that third land. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. This Blood Moon is all wrong, unless I can get them to fetch a Tundra. Ponder's good. Oh me, oh my. No shuffle. Well, now I do want that Snapcaster Mage too, so let's play Baleful Strix. And yeah, just try and get them to get a Tundra here. I'm not a Wasteland deck. It's all good, baby. And I don't have a Blood Moon either. Double Plains. Stoneforge Mystic. Sure. For Cryptic Coat. Yeah, that card's a problem. Barrogoyf. Sure. It's an above average draw, right? Play that out. I feel like Sword of Fire and Ice will be a 5 mana blind. And it's very blowoutable. Blowoutable. I think I can Lightning Rod this removal, though, by playing Tameo. Or maybe they don't have any removal. I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like this attack makes sense, though, because I'm not going to block a Cauldra. No removal on Tameo. Brainstorm is fine. Yeah, we gotta Brainstorm this Blood Moon away. I've become dissatisfied with it. Nice. God, that's a good draw. I guess Fatal Push is what we're drawing towards. I'll take a land, too. I'll bin a Seasoned Pyromancer. Putting Sword of Fire and Ice on Kaito is kind of annoying, because we'll have to keep re-equipping it every turn. But maybe I can just like overload them with threats. That's kind of the way to go with this Grixis or Jeskai control. And usually I'm doing it with like Bowmasters and random stuff like that. Alright, so here's this thing. That is 4 power combined. We'll Edict, see what they want to do. I wonder if they have back to basics. This is more like Stoneblade though. And there's no reason not to play it, I think. See what they want to do here. Like, they probably should force this. Like, they need to get Kaito off the field. But yeah, it's just so hard to justify. Activating Scalding Tarn. Oh no, is this 4th Aerlingus? Yeah, that sucks. Alright, now they're the Monarch. Aether Vial. God damn it. Guess I'll play it. I don't know. And now my favorite card. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna lose quite quickly now, unfortunately. It might be worth just playing around Force of Will by using Seasoned Pyromancer. 1 second. Hello? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'll call my mom. It's okay. Okay. Thank you. No, that's all. Thank you. You too. Bye. Alright. This is not lethal, right? I'll go to 2. These decks don't play Lightning Bolt. Ponder's good. I really bet wrong on this Blood Moon. Although having an additional Snapcaster Mage wouldn't have been all that helpful either. Ironically, we're really... Well, I don't know, actually. Against Stoneblade, like, Lightning Bolt is such a necessity. It's like, Lightning Bolt seems like a weak card, you could say, but the second it's gone, you realize how many matchups just fall apart without it. I mean, we got through Delver somehow, but I don't think we're going to get through Stoneblade because, yeah, Cauldra just hits way harder. Or that'll leave us with, like, answering Cauldra, which in a way is kind of nice because they've spent the mana on it, on the Stoneforge activation and all. Yeah, I'll put a counter on that Aether Vial. Ooh, Bowmasters. Except I'm at 3. Yeah, I feel like if... Well, okay, so I could snap, Edict. These have Trample is the problem. Yeah. I could just confuse them and play a Blood Moon. This can't be blocked. So I need to snap Edict this thing, and then I'll have 3 combined toughness for 6 power of damage. Yeah, this is silly. Yeah, let's just start confusing them. Maybe they'll underestimate us. Oh, they don't care about that? Well, how about this then? Sick. Okay. Red Blast. Jeskai Stoneblade. They might have Red Blast. They probably will. I'll take a Consign. Consign seems fine against Stoneblade. And then Thought Seizes. Maybe not all three. And yeah, Blood Moon's gotta go. Can't really leverage Sword of Fire and Ice against a Swords to Plowshares deck either. I can't spend 2 mana on nothing in Grixis control. And then, oh, I'll keep the Aether Vial. Blank through counter magic. Our creatures are pretty important. Teachings, Baraglyph is weak. Tamiya is not amazing, but I'll keep it on the play. Trim a land. These cuts are getting difficult. Force of Will, Seasoned Pyromancer. I just don't think Seasoned Pyromancer is very good for Grixis control. You need to want to discard cards. Yeah, we'll make do. Can't really afford to concede resources in this matchup. Alright. Okay, Scalding Tarn. Try and find some lands here. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I guess I don't need to really do that yet. I could brainstorm and shuffle. I'm not sure what the current crossover between Blue-White Control and Stoneblade is. Like, do they play Teferi or Narset? Do they do that? Okay, they have a play. Wow. We could be in trouble, folks. Cryptic Coat. Well, I mean, if I can get them to hardcast Cryptic Coat and Pyroblast it, that'd be a lot of our troubles solved. Okay, let's put back... 1 second. So I can counter that, and then they wouldn't be able to bounce it to their hand, but I mean, I don't know. It's just not reliable against the Swords to Plowshares deck, but I like creatures with flash, that's for sure. Put back land, and then... I can't believe I'm saying this, but... No, it has to be a 3-drop. Our hand is just going to become too hard to leverage. It's fortunate we're against like a pretty slow deck right now, but... And I can't afford getting my Kolaghan's Command Force of Willed. So we'll go ahead and just have them sacrifice that Stoneforge. But I hope the like the inherent imbalance is starting to come through. Like spending 2 mana to answer a creature that drew a card is not really where we want to be. They're going to just run us out of cards eventually. Although that was a good exchange. We don't really care about Supreme Verdict, but we do like them not having cards. They're going up. That's fine. We don't really have anything to do anyways. Cast Strix. Brainstorm. They pitch Supreme Verdict because it sucks against me, or because they have more? Ping Teferi. If they go land Supreme Verdict here, they'll be down to 3 cards, one of them being Cryptic Coat. I can see us winning that game. It's just a real uphill battle. Okay, that's not double white. Is it Staticaster? Holy shit. I love it. This card rules. It's gonna mow down both of my creatures. Another card that Bolt is pretty good against. Yep. Okay. Bouncing the token makes sense. Are they gonna Swords my Strix now? Or can I attack Teferi off the field? Is that an acceptable loss? Red Blast. Nice. Nice. I can't imagine wanting to lose any of these cards, so... And I need to do this, unfortunately. I don't love it. But I can always Shatter Cryptic Coat, unless they make a land drop. Then I have to wait for them to bounce it to their hand, and also not have 2 additional mana. It's all kind of a mess, you know? Okay, but if they brainstorm first, then that's good. Um, yeah, I need renewable card advantage. I need like Cling to Dust right now. Or a Planeswalker. Can I get a Planeswalker? Oh boy. I don't think they have more than one of those. Okay, let's brainstorm. Brazen Borrower, Force of Will. Snapcaster Mage is more along the lines what I want. Snapcaster Kolaghan's command used to grind the pants off of Stoneblade. So we're gonna go for that again. Hydroblast? Flusterstorm. Force of Will. Yeah. Why is my clock draining? Okay. I passed priority. MTGO has been a little weird lately. Emerging clock for no reason. Yeah! Yeah! That's pretty good. Probably need to think about Snap Red Blast on Cryptic Coat. Unless giving them a cloak is not the biggest deal. It's hard to say. Because they could have Red Blast, and that's annoying. Whoa. Do you work? Wowie. I can't imagine they have more than one of those, right? I think it'd be funny. I can't imagine they have more than one Supreme Verdict either. I think in this Donation Bonus League, if I take like one game off of every match, I'll be feeling pretty good. Because I'm truly lost and alone without Lightning Bolt. Okay, they really hate Orcish Bowmasters. Note to self. Brainstorm, nice. Shit. Should have checked for Kaito. We can still check for Kaito. Yeah! I could have thought seized first. This is silly, but, you know what, we'll make do. Whoops. Nope, don't concede either. Not yet. I would like more Snapcaster Mage triggers. Yeah, against an opponent who has nothing. This is pretty freaking good. What do you have? Just 2 prismatic endings? Give me a force. Damn it. That's fine. We'll top, and hopefully they don't draw 4th Aerolingus. They drew Tundra. Yep. This is how I felt in game 1. Desperately trying to manage the board, knowing none of it matters. 4th Aerolingus is just so scary. I think I'd rather have force number 4, and Aether Vial is just kind of like... It's not doing enough. I need substance in all my cards. I can't just be cheating on mana against this deck that's already super slow. From a theory perspective, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Again, I'm not going to concede resources. They seem to really hate Bowmasters. And then Opposition Agent should wreak some havoc. It probably won't come down in time to fight Stoneforge, because they can Stoneforge next turn. But they also just shuffled hella fast, so I have a redraw with Cling. I like my odds here. Sewer. Yeah, it's not white. They might be stuck with a bunch of white cards. Hit that Ponder. Snapcaster Mage. Pass it back. As long as they don't fetch for white this turn, I think we're in business. I mean, we just gotta do this too. I was gonna cast this no matter what. Nice big chunk of damage there. Don't do it. Okay, cool. Alright. If I can stop them from getting white mana, how crazy would that be? Ah! I'm the agent of the opposition. Should I force back? They're representing Red Blast. Or maybe they just don't have anything, you know? Wow, that's a card. I do love the flash in the control mirror. All right. Well, I'll be completely honest with everyone. I didn't think we'd be able to do too much, and I mean, I think that last game was we kind of just like were a little ruthless, and maybe they didn't run as well as they wanted to. But yeah, we're 2-0. Here we go for match number 3 against. I would like to respond. Very talented pilot. Played against them, I think, a few days ago, and they were playing. What were they playing? Oh, I think it was like Esper. Yeah, but it wasn't Stoneblade. Not Esper Frog, obviously. Yeah, Marcus is the shit and a very good pilot. We're gonna have to just trust in the cantrips here. But they also play like a ton of different decks, so it's possible that we won't be in another control mirror where the opponent's playing white, but it kind of looks like that's the case. You know, it's also looking like I don't want to find that main board Blood Moon either. No shuffle. Snapcaster Mage, that could be good later. Huh. Bowmaster's good. Other cards not so much. Yeah, we just need to shuffle this. Much better. Seasoned Pyromancer. It's a really cool card. Don't get me wrong. And like, you could argue like it solves the wrong half of the deck problem by filtering. Like I could have used it to turn that Blood Moon into a 1/1. Oh, that's right. They were playing, yeah, it was Esper tokens, which I have to imagine is just a terrible matchup for this because we're a little less focused than even my list, which has trouble keeping up with all this stuff. Okay, Kaito's cool. Let's try and fix this hand though. Too many uncastable cards. Sword of Fire and Ice just keeps on showing up. So let's put back Seasoned Pyromancer and Sword of Fire and Ice, just the clunkers. And then we'll surveil. Multiple staffs. This happened last time too. They had like 3 staffs in the top 15 cards of their library. It was terrible. It's just impossible to keep up with after a certain point. Kolaghan's command can like keep relative parity if you answer it before they draw the card off of it, but otherwise like this card is a complete nightmare for Grixis control. The 2-mana 2-for-1. I can't rely on Baragoi. They certainly have Swords to Plowshares. Cling. Okay. Play Strix. Yeah, if we ever want to grind on their level, we need to get Cling in the graveyard. Tamiyo, sure. Yep. Are they gonna flip it? They're gonna flip it. Maybe that will embolden them into an attack, and then I can get Kaito in. That could be good. Or is it Saga? Another card that Grixis Control has trouble with. This is like a very good deck against Grixis Control, and then I also have Soul Guide Lantern by chance. So I guess if Cling to Dust can trade for Lantern and Ponder, that's something of a 2-for-1, is it not? And yeah, they're not going to attack. I feel like quite a dog. If we draw Force of Will, though, and can get this Jason, sure. So that's what I was talking about. Getting my Cling 2-for-1. Play Jace. Oh my god. Find me Force. No? Alright. Let's hide Bowmasters on top, I guess. Jeez. The messed up thing is that each staff of the Storyteller gets a counter when they make a construct. Everything's wrong. They'd have to really screw up and go for a Tammy ultimate when they can't beat a Bowmasters or something insane like that. It's not gonna happen. But I might untap with Jace, which means I win. Activate this Aether Vial. Does not want to be shuffled. You know, Flip Tamio actually is pretty good in this matchup, I gotta say. And like Snap, Kolaghan's Command. Although this turn will have to be Kolaghan's Command and Orcish Bowmasters. And I have to shock one of these Spirit tokens so I can keep Jace. That line makes me cough in disgust. Alright. I'll hide Snapcaster Mage. Maybe this deck wasn't Esper, I can't remember anymore. But yeah, these Ponders are just like killing me right now. Furthermore, it kills me to have to ignore all that staff value. And we haven't really decided what we're going to do about this Tammy ultimate either. And, okay, cool. I was like, can I please stop hemorrhaging clock for no reason? There's just too many things to deal with here. Yep. Yeah, look at this. This is absolutely insane. Hope they don't have Lava Spur boots. Okay, no argument there. Hope they don't have Daze, actually. That's more pertinent. Take out the Spirit. Ping Tamio. Come on, Jace. Come on, Jace. Don't Pithing Needle me. 3 cards in the hopper. Ancestral Recall for making a construct. A Retrofitter Foundry. Yeah, there's the black mana. I knew it. I'm not crazy. Teferi. What does Teferi do? Go up. Makes sense. Tamio goes up. Okay. What do I do about this? Could snap Kolaghan's Command. Shatter Construct. I could also cash in Jace to bounce this Construct. Doesn't seem wise, but like, this probably will be the last turn. These Ponders, I haven't had time to use them, just because I've been fighting so hard to control the board. It's messed up, dude. Alright, I think this should start with a Brainstorm, like, these Ponders are terrible. I know there's an Aether Vial on top of my deck. But maybe after that I can get something cool. Brazen Barber, that might save my ass. Okay, actually Seasoned Pyromancer. If I can just turn these Ponders into 1/1 tokens, I don't hate it. It's actually kind of good. Or in more realness, I think we should probably turn this Aether Vial into a 1/1 token, but maybe I don't even have time for that. There's kind of more pressing matters on the board right now. So if I bounce Tamio, maybe that should be my first priority. And then if that doesn't work, I'll just have to ponder for a way to stop them from drawing 20 cards. Gotta make a choice. Okay. So they probably have some way to deal with this. I could chump Construct maybe with Tamio, because I need to put some damage on their Tamio. Pondering just seems so bad. But also threatening with Bowmaster is pretty important. I could also find Nimble Obstructionist, that'd be cool. They're in the tank. I mean, if they force again, they'll have to top deck some way to beat this Bowmasters, unless they're playing like Summary Dismissal or something. Shuffle that. Force of Will, not good when they have Teferi, unfortunately. This is rough. So I could send him in. Kaito will take a chunk out of Tamio, and then I'll tap down this Construct, and then we can go from there, I guess. Yep. That happens. They're kind of incentivized to actually block the army token. There's some inherent value in this. 3 damage on your Tamio. Tap your Construct. You get a turn free of Bowmastering, though, which is not good. But if I untap with 2 4-drop Planeswalkers, I don't know. As long as they don't have Bowmasters. They have a 3rd staff. This is what I was talking about. Dude always has at least 3 staffs in the top third of their deck. Just an absurd amount of card draw here. Yep. Another Saga. I hope you don't have Bowmasters on top of it all. Teferi goes up. Never felt more like I'm playing Jund in Grixis control than right now with the Teferi out. Yeah, they're just locking it up with that force. That makes sense. Fortunately for me, components of my plan are already resolved. And they won't be able to ping Kaito with the Bowmaster on my turn. But if I do draw cards with Jace and they get Bowmasters, their army will be a 4-4, and Kaito's a 3-4. Unless I plus, then I'm not getting card advantage. It's just a frickin' mess, dude. Guess I'll take that land, though. Starts with Bowmasters. They'll probably force some deliberation on what to pitch, though. I would love to force back here, but those aren't the rules. They pitch force. Okay. 2 cards left. What are we to do? Probably snap Kolaghan's Command, Shatter Foundry, and Shock Spirit Token. I feel like they have Bowmasters. I just feel like they do. Kolaghan's Command. There's some appeal to getting Brazen Borrower back as well. But probably should just try and get through all this stuff first, right? Well, I could make a blocker. So maybe I'm not getting through anyways. Maybe I should just attack first and see what they do. Yeah, because I don't want them making that blocker on the end step when I can't interact anymore. Maybe there's no shame in plussing Jace too. These are like all really tough decisions. I think my first instinct was correct. Because if they have Bowmasters, yeah, they chose that. Yep. My god. Okay. Well, now what do I do? Probably draw with Jace. Put these 2 lands back. Because I played a land, right? They did lose life, so I can actually mill both of them. And draw a card. Okay. They'll block, I'm sure. It's a complicated game. And despite this technically being Grixis control, I'm pretty out of my comfort zone. Oh no. Alright, hopefully Jace has done the work at this point. They're at 16 though, like they have so much inevitability at hand here. They're just going to draw so many cards every turn. They're going to keep making land drops. We're not keeping up with this. Nimble. Not bad, but I mean, like, Can't do anything while these Bowmasters are around. In fact, we can probably go to the next game. They're going to get another giant construct. I can't really dig without losing. Yeah, I'm going to concede to that. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's try Lazov too. Let's just get threat dense. Hold on, they don't even really have the most amazing creatures, do they? Agent, Thoughtseize, Trim Blood Moon, Pyromancer, Sword of Fire and Ice against the deck with swords. Same with Aether Vial, Baragoyf. I think with a little more efficiency, like if we had Lightning Bolt, I think we could have handled that board and probably leveraged our Planeswalkers a little better. But all our spells were just so expensive that it took a little too long. Yeah, maybe I can't afford to play this like my deck. Like I can't afford to trim a land in this matchup because we just need to hit our land drops every turn to stay afloat. And just trust in the Planeswalkers. Just gotta trust in the Planeswalkers. Tidebinder for the same reason. Like we might get a trigger or something. Then they just like swords. Cling to Death seems like a good way for us to keep up our card advantage as well. And maybe just one consign is fine. This is tough. I could see dropping an Edict in this matchup. It's not going to trade for anything good except for a Planeswalker, but I think a game that we win has us beating those on the stack. Okay, I need to speed things up a little bit. Spent all that time on a game I lost. It's not good. It's not good, but we'll be fine. Yep. More than happy to cast Strix here. Sure. They're getting their basics set up. Kolaghan's Command is a fine draw. It even allows me to let Staff of the Storyteller resolve, which is kind of wild. Pithing Needle. Name? Kaito? Yeah. I mean, it would be pretty backbreaking for them if I ninjutsu'd that in on turn 3 on the play. It's probably one of our stronger progressions, in fact. Let's play another Strix. Another Force. Okay. Not bad. Saga. Those constructs are already pretty big, you know? What do I get? Jace. Okay. I think I don't want to deal with these yet, so I could, although that does tie up their mana, doesn't it? But I need to draw towards that land. It would be sad if I just ended up pitching Jace. Then maybe if I don't have an appealing second mode for Kolaghan's Command. This also plays around Daze and Force of Will for a turn cycle while getting something of a 2-for-1. There it is. You gotta at least check. Thoughtseize me. Fudge. I'll probably take Jace. There is an argument for Kolaghan's Command too, though. Things, yeah, okay. Things do feel a lot more manageable without Staff of the Storyteller, but there it is. I do need to blow this up at my next convenience. They might have Hydroblast, which I will force, which also feels terrible. Just saying it makes me realize how bad our situation is. Tamio is kind of a complete terror as well without Lightning Bolt. Kind of wish I'd Sword of Fire and Ice now. That'd be a fine way to bust through. Brainstorm. We'll start with that. Consign to Memory. Pyroblast. This is all good stuff. I'm not sure if I can leverage 2 Force of Wills. And then probably Snapcaster Mage needs to go. Grab Badlands. Get back Nimble. Shatter the Staff. Hit for 2. Trade's acceptable. Maybe I should have attacked first, because maybe I would have rather picked up Baleful Strix with Kolaghan's Command. But I think we'll be okay. They float a mana. Yep, there's Retrofitter Foundry. Yeah, I hate to see it. These unprovoked Bowmasters, though, they're not the worst. They have not missed a land drop yet. Fatal Push. Okay, well, cast Bowmasters. Hit their Bowmasters. And then I think we'll try and get to a position where I can bounce Retrofitter Foundry and consign it on the way down. Is that where we're at? This is absurd. Crap. I mean, I do have the mana for everything here, so... I'm gonna take this block and see if they want to flip it. Or if they just want to trade. Yep. Yep. Well, hold on. Actually, crap. They can recast it right now. Maybe I'll just force it. Can't afford to really spend too long on these decisions. You get the Thopter, I take 1. Then I guess I'll just consign the Urza Saga trigger. Teachings. Alright. It's not a bad card. We'll replicate once. Same targets. And with any luck, they don't have another target after that, because they have Pithing Needle, Foundry, and Soul Guide Lantern all accounted for here. Kaito, beautiful. Push the Thopter token. Oh, shit. That was such a bad play. I forgot about the frickin' Pithing Needle. Ugh. Clock. Clock's screwing me up. Try and bait out some more Bowmasters. Sure. Okay. I mean, pushing the Thopter is not even that bad, because now I can maybe get going with Brazen Barber. There we go, fail to find. We did it. I can also just play Kaito as like a 4 mana 3/4 with Hexproof. There are more embarrassing cards than 4 mana 3/4 Hexproof. That phases out, I guess. What the hell's this? I'm going to let that happen. It might be forced to interact with one of these creatures and they don't really want to. Yep. Very good. You might have sighted down on swords. Double Red Blast. This is also kind of the point where teachings for Force of Will becomes pretty solid. But why do that when you can just do this? Whoop. Alright. If I can get to untap, I feel like we have this game. Force negation. Okay. You have Bowmasters. I have a 3/3 though. That's not bad, you gotta admit. And they're out of cards. If they can just like draw a land or something next turn. Or Tameo. Staff, damn it. This is really out of control now. That was such a good top deck. Ugh. Killing me. Killing me. No shuffle? God, I wish I had Lightning Bolt in this deck. If they don't find other Bowmasters, though, maybe I can get over the line. Because, like, at this point, if we had 4 Lightning Bolts, we would totally just, like, cantrip, find it, end the game when they have 0 cards. Tameo. I don't want this to become a Tameo game. Oh my god. Everything sucks right now. They've completely stabilized. We just could not get over the line. Folks, you need Lightning Bolt. I don't just say it to be glib. No, they get another... Okay, they don't want to get rid of the Emperor yet. Oh, I didn't block? I thought I clicked on Tameo. But yeah, we need to go real fast here. Snapcaster Mage. We are a little short on damage here. Since the Wandering Emperor gains life, of course. But yeah, I think we ought to just like snap push these Bowmasters, flip Tameo. Hold up Red Blast. Be more than happy to Red Blast a cantrip from this junction. But I'll just make a token, which will then give them a staff counter. It's kind of a mess. And the fact that they only need a -1 to do that is insane. Yep. Boy, am I glad I did not trim that Badlands. Damn, if I had one more land, that'd be sweet. Get my Bowmasters, deal 2 right there. Hit you for 2. Bowmaster, your Emperor. Get Force of Will. Can't F6. Okay, I got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to win the next one. I don't know if it's possible in this deck. That was funny though when I was like, we've lost, and then we won. Alright. We've lost. Give me that Sword of Fire and Ice. We need to end this. And quickly. We probably don't even have time to have a Jace game, so side it out. If you don't have time to play the card, you should just side it out. That's what I always say. Yeah, we need just threat density. There's not enough time to click a lot with Cling to Dust either, so just side both of them out. And then bring in the other Edict. Just to beat their Planeswalkers. Maybe Price of Progress? No, they play a lot of basics. Alright, let's do it. Hopefully I don't lag. Keep. F6. Remove the stop on my end step. Turn 1 Foundry. Yikes. Ponder. Keep that Force. And we're just going to try and Barragoyf win. Retrofitter Foundry is not really that incredible until later on, you know? There's an Edict after that. Should probably reach for that. Making a servo. If they invest heavily into getting a 4/4 construct, and we push that, it's kind of a nice mana advantage. You gotta admit. Take one. Thoughtseize. Brainstorm. Hide Baragoyf. This Thoughtseize might Lightning Rod. Oh, they take Snap. Oh, now I don't have a blue card for my Force. Smart. So now I need to take a turn off and Thoughtseize. Not what I wanted to do, really. Take Prismatic Ending. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Getting hit for one. Shuffle away. Whatever the fuck was on top of my deck. It's not a blue card. Blue card. Kolaghan's Command. Sure. I guess we're slowing down again, which is not advisable here. Bowmasters. Destroy your Foundry. You'll make a 4/4. Then we'll stabilize behind Baragoyf and Force a Will. Force a Will? Fuck. Where'd that come from? Last card's Bowmasters. Maybe we'll still top deck a blue card and stabilize behind Baragoyf, though. Boo! Okay, well they bounced. Okay, cool. I mean, that doesn't work anymore with Teferi, but let's just get this sucker on board. They have Bowmaster and 2 unknowns. They just brainstormed. If they remove this Baragoyf, our odds of winning are slim. Thoughtseize me, yep. Taking Brainstorm. No attack. Play that. You sacrifice a Planeswalker. I have a 5/6. Let's go. Gain 5. Activating Flooded Strand. Doing that. I'm going to Edict that token right now. Bowmasters. Push the servo. They'll flip it. I'll get my lifelink. God. Just huge chunks of life. Tameo. I need like Bowmasters or something here. Nope. Not that one. More Bowmasters. Maybe I should have forced that. Just doesn't feel as important. Red Blast. No point in attacking, because I can just blank the lifelink. Can't afford to destroy Tameo. Gotta hold up this force. Yep. I wish I had a meltdown. Shit. Yeah, let's just counter the Brainstorm, I guess. That wasn't smart. I think I'm just going to try and fade. Swords for a turn. If that's possible. Nice. Yep. Oh my god. Destroy your foundry. They get a servo, or I mean a thopter on the way out. Alright. Throwing the army under the bus. How are we gonna frickin' do this, though? Yep. No argument there. Attack. Blocking Baragoyf. This race favors me in a lot of ways. And they're drawing lands. Mm-hmm. Cast Snap. Yep. Dude. Now it's my turn to force. I will force pretty much anything. Especially that. Bowmasters. Yeah, I don't think we can get through in time. We need something pretty massive. Strix, not useful. And now the shields are down. Just get this out of the way. Tameo, yeah, they're just flooding the board. Baragoy's lack of evasion is a problem. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-oh. Counter that, I guess. Teachings? Yep. Wandering Emperor? Shit. No time to think. $20. I don't see how this works. Despite being at 28. And then being a deck that needs to deal damage to win. Yeah, it's over. Well, this is insane. Now the Bowmasters are gone, but yeah, we just lose. Gonna clock out. Spent too much time thinking. But I mean, it wasn't that embarrassing. Like, they also are almost out of clock. Pithing Needle. Opposition Agent. Yep. Maybe I shouldn't have played that for clock considerations. Oh, man. I don't even know. Alright. This has been an interesting Donation Bonus League, has it not? No more trophy on the line, but... Well, time for match 3. Alright, match 4. Our match against Marcus was insane. We timed out. His hand is so funny. This is all for science at this point. My brain has officially broken in two. Maybe if I didn't play Opposition Agent, it's possible Marcus would have timed out instead with all those triggers they would have had to click through. And they won the game at 2 seconds on the clock, so yeah, I'm like, when the clock is that low, you're just trying to like cast as much stuff as possible, but I mean, I don't know. It, I'm very competitive, but it would have felt like a little against the spirit of the game. Oh, this again? We're so screwed. This hand is terrible against Delver. But I mean, we don't have Lightning Bolt anyways, so what are we really drawing towards? Not more lands. Yeah, I don't know. It would have been a little against the spirit of the game. Although you could argue I was pretty massively favored. Like, we looked at their hands in the final seconds. I remember seeing they just had like a couple lands, and like, if we were able to protect that Baragoi for much longer, we were like over 30 life. It was kind of insane. Maybe I shouldn't have forced the Wandering Emperor and just prioritized just connecting. But I mean, like I said, you're not really thinking right when the clock is that low. It's just kind of a mess. It's just a total mess. Should have played faster in game one. That game I couldn't win. Should have conceded in game one way sooner. Top. Sure. Cool. I mean, we do want to play this around days, though. That's pretty important to me right now. They also just went top, though, so, like, yeah, they're going to brainstorm. For Delirium? Yeah. Flooded Strand. We'll get our basics set up, and maybe Jace can take over the game. Against Delver, you unfortunately have to... Oh, I don't want to draw that mountain, so we better get that out. This was the real culprit, just this weird lag that's been happening on MTGO. It's not good for a game with a chess clock. If I can blame someone else for my loss last round. Ponder eats a daze, that's fine. Cool. Better Ponder than Jace. Beautiful. Send him back a land drop. I would. The other thing about Seasoned Pyromancer is that I don't really think it mitigates flooding all that much because you don't get the 1/1s for discarding lands. It's more like a Dak Faden style effect. Looks like we got Murktide coming in. Bouncing that with Jace is always nice. Yeah. Can't really afford to take 6 here. They have another daze though. It's curtains for us. Bounce that. Hopefully dodge Lightning Bolt. But what else could really be in their hand, you know? A land. Dang it. So jealous. I love Lightning Bolt. Cast Brainstorm. Blood Moon. Could kind of lock them out, right? Kind of in for that. I mean, maybe we'll cast this when we're Hellbent. It's possible. I know you don't got no basic island. Oh, you do? It's a little disappointing, but I mean, we're at least taking them off Questing Druid. They hit the Force of Will, of course. So I guess what? Strix can check that Murktide. And maybe they can't make use of the Brazen Barber. Okay. That works out a lot better for us. See if I can bait out another Force. No, okay. Then yeah, I guess if I draw a land next turn, Seasoned Pyromancer is actually pretty good value in that scenario. But if they waste me off double red, but I think they're more inclined to waste land the Underground Sea. Yep. Sure. So that's 2 bolts down. Volcanic Island, yep. Probably want to recast that Murktide. Sure. Alright. This is what we're in for. That's pretty good. I mean, the amount of times I find myself hellbent in this deck are few and far between, but... Whoa! Okay. We're doing it. Sword of Fire and Ice. Played around days is the goal. If I equip a Sword of Fire and Ice, the only creature that'll be able to block any of my creatures in their deck is Questing Druid. Think about that. Things are going to be pretty dire if they can remove Baleful Strix, so... Yeah. Brainstorm. Damn it. Yeah, we're screwed. So I need the Sword of Fire and Ice trigger to come up with another Strix and for them to not have days, I guess? They don't have days. Throw that on there. Swing in. I guess Cling to Dust keeps me alive too. Deal 2 damage to Delver. Draw a card. Oh my god. Can I get a blue card off this Strix? Damn it. Okay. Need a dodge. Can I dodge a removal spell? They've already seen 2 bolts and an Unholy Heat. Oh my god, Brainstorm. I can't watch. Ugh. You didn't find it. That's a shame. I mean, I think if they'd hit, there wouldn't be so much deliberation on this Brainstorm right now, right? Seems like they hit another Murktide. Or not. This attack is so strange. Obviously gonna block. We have to. Kind of where we were a turn ago, but with a lot more mana to mess around with. Alright, help me out here. Kolgon's command. Not Force of Will. Alright. The margins are so slim. Let's get every possible non-good card out of my deck. I can't draw to Bolt either, so there's no point in shocking Murktide Regent. We'll just shock them. Heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. After that insane save of a top deck. Red Blast. Thoughtseize. Chase out. Blood Moon out. Tidebinder out. Binder. Aether Vial out. Oh, Ghost Vacuum. I want that one. Shit. Stop. Please. Okay. Maybe. Now it's lagging again. It's fucking whatever. Keep this. We'll lead on Teachings. The mana's a little sketchy, but I can't afford to mulligan a hand with 3, potentially 4 removal spells, potentially 5 removal spells. Alright, you're up. Island. Bauble. Delver. Okay. Another Bauble. They use both of them right now. They don't. But it would have given them 2 more looks at a daze. I like that draw. So that means I can play around daze pretty effectively here. Tempting to snipe, but it's a lot safer to Pyroblast here. See how they stack the triggers. I might even have another turn to pull this off. Okay, yeah. Delver trigger is happening after, so they didn't find an instant or sorcery on top of their deck. But there's one. It's Pyroblast. Speaking of which, hit that. Great. Brainstorm is good. Maybe they'll drop like a DRC. Actually, don't do that. Play another Delver, please. If they play DRC, they already have Delirium from that Scalding Tarn. Or no threat is even better. Well, let's invest in this. Wow. I doubt they brought in a Braid. So that's actually a pretty big investment for the long term. Ponder. Wonder if they sighted down on Wasteland. I don't think you ever really do that in Delver, but they saw me playing like mainboard Blood Moon and stuff. I feel like a Strix with a Sword of Fire and Ice. If you have like the mana to get your Sword of Fire and Ice trigger and then re-equip the sword to a Strix, I'd feel really safe in that scenario. Like really safe. Because then they wouldn't be able to petty theft it or red blast it out of the way. That'd really be holding the line. Cling? Sure. Hit your only sorcery and hope to hit a land drop? Okay. Tricky spot. Passing back. I don't really feel like going on the offensive here. Damn. This is a little frustrating. Still no Seek the Beast or anything. They don't have to go to discard either. Hitting those land drops. Yeah, fuck this shit. Alright. That's close enough. Then equip this, then if they want to bolt, then they can't, or they won't bolt Bowmasters and all that good stuff. They could petty theft this and feel pretty good about it though. Oh shit. I don't know how they're going to possibly come back from this. It has protection from everything in your deck except Questing Druid. It's going to draw cards and shock when it connects. And it's connecting for 3, which is pretty hefty. What the fuck? Oh, petty theft the sword? Yeah, that makes sense. I personally would have petty theft the token, but maybe they're going to try and counter the sword on the way down. I'm probably not going to try and cast this thing ever again, though. We just had like a weird window to do it. But I mean, if they counter the sword, that's a pretty big win for me. Brainstorm. Yeah, let's try and fix this hand a little bit. Too many turns doing nothing. That's fine. Do you have another one? It would make sense. No? Wow. Perfect. We'll hit for 2. Yep. Okay. If they make another land drop, they are officially blood dead. You love that. You love to get your Strix bolted. Oh yeah, they're flooded to hell. Alright, now what? Let's press the issue on this. Activating Flooded Strand. Activating Polluted Delta. That's totally fine. Although, If I hit Force of Will, maybe I can play around Daze that way. Or I'd like try to Pyroblast it or something. No luck, but that's fine. Put back Thoughtseize. I really want I already have a Cling in the yard, fuck it. That's cool. And yeah, I can't turn on Daze at this point. I refuse to. They're almost 100% to have a Daze, I feel like. Although they're on the draw. Sometimes they side them out. Getting hit for 3 is pretty bad. Can I afford to Thoughtseize? I think I do. Just to like... Because they're clearly holding up a lot of interaction. If I can like just punch a hole through this. I guess I could work on their artifacts. The size of Murktide is pretty irrelevant right now. Thoughtseize you. Daze. I'll pay. Bolt me? Bolt me? We can undo that with Cling to Dust. Yeah, I'll take Hydroblast. Edict this Brazen Barber. Sorry for the Discord sound. I think probably Snap Pyroblast is better. Just so I don't have to worry about them top decking a Red Blast or anything. And we'll be able to control the board for the rest of the game. Got a 2-turn clock and 2 edicts. Unless they have, like, Seek the Beast into the absolute nuts. But yeah, they flooded so hard. It's good for us. They're also probably due to draw a cantrip or something. They've only seen 1 Brainstorm, 1 Ponder. Wasteland, yeah. That should wrap it up. Whoa. They'd go to 1, right? 7, 5, 3, 0. Wow. Okay, give me that Ghost Vacuum this time. It's probably got to be Sword of Fire and Ice. All of a sudden, I really want to win to make up for the last round. Let's stop messing around. Also, you know, memes aside, I'm on the draw, and I feel like it was a lot easier to leverage Sword of Fire and Ice on the play. Don't think we can ask for much better than this hand. There's no route to basic mountain, but I think we'll be okay. Yep. As long as that thing doesn't flip too fast. Oh, hell yeah. How are they going to beat Baragoyf? They probably need, like, Unholy Heat, right? But this is a curve. Especially if I hit Force. Okay. I like that decision. Very supportive of it. And yeah, they're really going to try and flip that thing. I hope they don't succeed. Very good. Get hit for 1, and then it's our turn again. Damn it. Yeah, they probably have another Daze or Pyroblast, so let's Brainstorm. Oh my god. This is a fucking joke. This is a fucking joke. Excuse my language, but what the fuck, man? Still no flip. I can only hope that means they're just drawing like a bunch of wastelands, or... I guess lands are fine too, but... if they didn't even have like good spell mobility, I'd feel pretty good. That's a 1/1. Shuffle away those cursed lands. Snap. Okay. Probably walking into a Pyroblast here, but... Oh, no? Wow. Ghost Vacuum? Hell yeah. They can daze that. If they want. You can also probably activate the damn thing. Got 6 mana in my hand. I don't really want to get rid of that Bobble. I mean, there's going to be a fine line between, like, Baraglyph being huge and me having cool stuff in the Ghost Vacuum. Okay, they drew Brainstorm. That could really mess things up. This is wholly acceptable. Encouraged, in fact. Brainstorm. We gotta be a little vigilant here, because I don't want to contend with a Murktide yet. So... yeah, not until they crack Flooded Strand here. Although I guess they could play a Murktide no matter what, but I could shrink it down to a 4/4. And in my graveyard alone, I'm making Baraglyph a 5/6. Yeah, creature, artifact, land, instant sorcery. Not bad. Not bad. Or do I just take them off Delirium? That doesn't matter right now. Maybe it does, though. Yeah, maybe the size of Murktide's not that relevant. What am I trying to prevent here? I'm trying to prevent Delirium. Because if they cast Murktide, there's no Delirium anyways. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to work on their instants and sorceries. And that would be my last chance for priority to activate Ghost Vacuum, because if they just play a land from hand and don't need to crack another fetch land. That's Murktide. Okay, I'm really glad that I didn't go after Mishra's Bobble. Put a card on top. Is there any way I can make Baraglyph a 6/7 to beat Unholy Heat? Probably not very easily, so maybe I should just focus on, yeah, keeping them off Delirium. Fatal Push. Yeah, you know, it's probably better just kind of like wear out their interaction a little more. Because if they force Baraglyph, I'm going to feel kind of out in the cold. They force pitching Brazen Borrower. Okay, well, they definitely don't have Daze. But they might have Pyroblast, let's see. Yep. Alright. So hopefully I can keep them off Delirium here by exiling Delver. And then after that, Baraglyph can do cool things. Yeah. Delver. That's it. Alright, well, if their last 2 cards are Force Blue card, we might be in some trouble. Okay, Pyroblast maybe locks this up. Hesitant to say dumb stuff like that, but I feel like they need to force this, right? And always represent Bowmasters. Yep. Counter that. And yeah, I can get DRC to fly into that. And I can, if they hit Unholy Heat, I can take them off Delirium. Doesn't seem like they do, though. That's good. Yeah, that's good enough for them. Oh, why does it feel like my brain is melted? Probably because my Match King's Marcus was so insane. But we're fighting for a 4-1 with a Grixis control deck. With no Lightning Bolt. Alright, we got one more match to go here. And it's an Island Ponder Keep. But we're going to start with this one. And we're going to keep that. Yeah. Well, we might be dead, folks. Oh, they can't go off right now. Alright, we're gonna ponder off Undercity, or off Island, of course, because I might hit Thought Seize. Oh wait, no I won't. But I do hit Force Will, that's sick. Tidebinder is cool if I had a land. What will you do now? Yep. Oh no. It worked. It worked. Hmm. I can't afford to draw that Seasoned Pyromancer. I just can't. Damn it. Shuffle that. Great. That's pretty good. We'll have to see if we can end the game in time. Please hold. Jack-o'-lantern. Not something you usually want in your hand, that's for sure. Sure. Suppose they cycled that rather well. Do I hold up Tidebinder? I feel like it's not going to help very much because they'll have a flurry of Cabal rituals. Like, the first one will miss, but they'll just hit me with another one. And we'll squeeze every bit of damage we can get out here. And we need Force of Will again. Cling to Dust might buy a little time. Yeah, neither of these. Nimble Obstructionist. I mean, if the first Cabal therapy misses, like, we might get there. But if they hit Nimble and then Tidebinder, if they guess Nimble on the first one, which they're wont to do, my stuff is public knowledge. Oh god. Do you have another Spirit Guide? Damn it! No! Well, we almost got there. Wait, is the Thassa's? There's the Thassa's Oracle. Well, maybe Dread Returns in their hand. It's not. Alright. Close one. Okay. Ghost Vacuum, Consign, Surgical, Thoughtseize, Flash Threat, Pyroblast. Better than Blood Moon, better than pretty much all the expensive stuff. Fatal Push, Edict out. Aether Vial, no time for that. You can get in a really weird spot and Tamiya might save your life if they're like, if they have to pivot onto the 2 turns of hard beats if you exile their Oracle. I think this is as good as we get. Or we can actually take a Kolaghan's Command and then a price for the reach, I guess, over Baleful Strix, which just does not really deal a lot of damage. If any. We'll keep that. One has Settle on 6. So one spy has a triggered ability, Balustrade Spy. The other one has an activated ability. Tidebinder can hit both. Consign can only hit Balustrade Spy. Oh god. Okay. Um, should I brainstorm? Probably. Hmm. I choose to hide my relevant interaction. Hmm. Well, I took brainstorm. Your turn. So if they dump in on a balustrade spy, they'll need two, sure, two pact negations to beat a replicated consign. Taking bowmasters? They don't want the pressure. They don't want to be under pressure. Well, I can relate to that. Ponder. Heh yeah. That's good. Okay. Ah, dude. Name Kaito. Why don't they care about my consigned memory? That's all I want. I just want them to care about it. I got a lot of mana over there. They don't seem at all prepared to go off, which is weird. I'm just saying it's weird. The sad thing about Oops All Spells is that they have a lot of pretty poor draws. They kind of need their opening hand to do messed up stuff. Alright, time to snap Brainstorm. And I'll try and pick the best out of the three cards. Or if one of the two of the cards happen to be better than a Red Blast, then hot diggity damn it. Yeah. Sorry, Red Blast. I prefer to simplify. Take that too. What is going on? Is it like triple pact negation? Pretty much. Well, we're not going to gate them on mana, so just take the pact. Pact is the thing that beats us now. They drew Thoughtseize. I think I'll just flash in Tidebinder, right? Put them on that 2-turn clock. I guess if they top deck Jack-o'-lantern, they can try and interact with Gloom Dust. But if they do that, then they'll lose to my beats. Oh, that's interesting. I thought they were going to try and bounce. Well, both of these creatures have ETBs, I guess, but there's nothing really in my yard for Snapcaster Mage. Ooh, and I got Force of Will. So yeah, I think we're good. Even if they draw a Spy, I'll just hardcast Force on it, and then their last card will be Memory's Journey. I'll have to try and fight through the Spy, though. Narcomoeba? That's fine. Oh, wait, crap. Shoot! Urgh! I missed lethal. I missed lethal. God damn it. I'm sorry, everyone. I apologize for slow rolling. Can't think of anything I want more. There's no way to have an attack step at instant speed, so that I know of. Lazav is not relevant in Graveyard Hate. That's tricky. Thoughtseize is your best tool because they can't pact it. And then Cling to Dust is a great follow-up. I mean, it's a fine follow-up. It puts the constraints on pretty tight. They're taking a mulligan. We're going to keep. I kept in all my lands for this very reason. We have a lot of good top decks too. Force of Will, Surgical Extraction, Many Land is a good top deck. So I don't really mind hands like this. It's kind of old tech because of Bowmasters, but if they go like Xanted Swarm, and Thoughtseize stops them from going off immediately. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, they got it. That's the problem with being on the draw in this matchup. You could mulligan to Force. See if their last card was Pact Negation. Seems like likely. Oh wait, no, I see all four. Alright, well. It's a bit of a coin toss a lot of the time against Oops All spells. And hopefully this was educational enough to show that maybe you shouldn't keep a hand like this on the draw. Alright, get to finish this out 3-2, which is pretty astonishing. I expected to have like a lot of really interesting games, but not really much success. But in the end, we were able to take down 3 matches, and also we were definitely a favorite to win game 3, but we timed out, unfortunately. And then Oops All Spells is kind of like, you know, y'all know how that one goes. So yeah, let's see. I don't know if the deck is really geared to cheat on mana, so I'm not really sold on Aether Vial, but it was really cool to play with that card. I'm also not entirely sold on mainboard Blood Moon, nor Seasoned Pyromancer for the reasons I kind of outlined during the course of the league. We're just not really a deck that seeks to go Hellbent or even really wants to... Because like our dead draws are essentially lands, and if we're not getting paid out for exchanging them, because you only get the 1/1s if they are non-land cards, you know, it's not really the most useful. And also as a general rule, I try to stay away with cards that have red in their cost. It's a big stretch on the mana. Tidebinder, I think it definitely held Oops All Spells in check a little bit in that final round. It's a really cool card. I'd be interested in exploring it some more. Jace, always fantastic. Sword of Fire and Ice, you know, it was in that Wheel of Random video, but it's kind of been power crept out of Legacy for a reason, but it's a really fun card. And then I'm sad we never got to use Lazav. Seems like a really interesting card. It is weak to Lightning Bolt. Oh yeah, that was the other big thing. One Fatal Push is not going to cut it in Legacy. Even though we beat both Delver players, I'd like to give myself a little credit and maybe chalk that up more to my experience in the matchup rather than the configuration of this particular deck. But yeah, that would be my feedback for the list. Super fun list, super important to test new things, try things, not get too locked into the old way of thinking or even like an accepted way of thinking that's been working for a long time. That doesn't necessarily mean something else isn't better. So it's important to try things like this. And we got a 3-2. Great results. And I had a really good time. And the matches were crazy. So, Robin, thank you so much for sending this in. This was awesome. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Check out the Patreon if you want to submit a donation bonus league. See ya.